Hello today, and today we're going to have a game of Sprint 1 for the Commodore 64. As you can see, this came out in 2015 and this is based on the original Atari or Key Games a racing game that came out in 1978. I believe that was Sprint 2. I think there was a 2-player version and a 3-player version of that game. Yeah, I can't remember if there was a 1-player version. I think you could play 1-player, but there was a 2 steering wheel version and a 3 steering wheel version, I remember. Could have been a 1 steering wheel version, I can't remember. But that was called Sprint 2. Right. So the key, well, it ain't keys, it's joystick. And so right, left and right's obviously steering, up and down is changing your gear, and your fire button is accelerator. So you can choose F1 laps per track, set laps per track. So so we got it on 2 laps before it changes to another track, and activate oil slips. Let's turn that off and let's play the game. Right, it's in demo mode. So yeah, so this is what it would have been like if you saw this back in the day. So it's pretty much spot on. Way the 1978 game played. Obviously you had a steering wheel, obviously you can't replicate that. But graphically, the style of it, even down to the black and white, it looks identical to the original arcade game. And I quite like the original arcade game back in the day. Obviously the idea of this game is not to race the other cars, it's just to do the laps in within a time limit and not get hit by the other cars. But there's only 3 gears in this game. In the original there was 4 gears, but in this version there's only 3 gears, and believe me, stay in 2nd gear unless on the straights. It can be quite difficult to change gear. Oh, for fuck's sake. But I did quite like the game on the arcade back in the day, and yeah, as I said, they've done a really good job here on the Commodore 64 to make it look the same. Yes, people might say, yeah, well, the graphics are... Yeah, it was basic graphics. It was the 1970s. Come on. Yes, it's black and white as well. Once again, it was the 1970s. 70s arcade, so... But, you know, this game does... Well, the arcade does hold some nostalgia for me, actually, because it was one of the first games I did actually play in the arcades. I obviously played it in the 80s, very early 80s, because this was still around in the early 80s. So that's it, that's the time over. So where did I come? Rating Granny. Yeah, the arcade did that. Remember that. Right, what happens now? Right, white car. So it keeps it in the gear. Oh, bollocks! Oh, bollocks. There was another game back in the 70s by Key Games or Atari. I think Key Games was a subsidiary of Atari. Oh, blimey. There was another game called Superbug, which I quite liked on the arcade. So I don't know if there's a home computer conversion of that, because that would be awesome to see as well. That would be brilliant if there is a conversion of Superbug about. Bloody hell. So this is why I took the oil slicks off, because the cars are bad enough. Obviously you couldn't do that in the arcade original. But yeah, what they've achieved here, well, yes, it's good. It's It's good. I like it. I really do like it. Bloody other cars. I'm only assuming. I don't know, but I'm only assuming you can play 2 players on this. I mean, that'd be quite interesting if you can. But I mean, if you played this in the arcade back in the day, and you were, you know, you like the Commodore 64, you owned a Commodore 64, you still own a Commodore 64. Definitely check this one out. Definitely worth playing on your Commodore 64 if you own the original one. It is a disc image, by the way, though. It is a disc image, so you will need either a disc drive or the new SD card thing, whatever it's called. But yeah, you know that device, I don't know what it's called, but it's a new device you plug into your Commodore 64 and you can access all the disc images. So that'd be good. Fucking hell. Yeah, but it is pretty good. Oh, bastard! Bastard! Ah, you fucker! Oh, what? Oh, let's go to 3rd gear. Whoa! Faded down the foot. Oh. The thing is, first too slow. It's really difficult to go up the gears. Right, okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, fucking hell. Oh. Obviously, you can take shortcuts, but it won't be classed as a lap, I don't think. Here we go. Ooh, fuck. Obviously, you don't get damage or nothing like that. I mean, it was the 70s, it weren't that sophisticated back then, but you know, for what it was back then, it's pretty good. Oh, God. Right, go for... Oh, you fucking bastard. Bastard. That's it. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I mean, they've really done a good job here of making it just like the arcade version. And yeah, I think it's a really good game, to be honest with you. Worth checking out. Anyway, I'm going to end this now. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.